name get shared. Welcome to the movie Lair. No cap, no spin, just cinema flair. If it's film or TV, yeah, you know we there. Welcome to the movie Lair. Welcome to the movie Lair. Welcome to the movie Lair. Yeah. Welcome to the movie Lair. We report the facts and the rumors, just keeping it square. Welcome to the movie Lair. Welcome to the movie Lair. Lights low, screens glow, real news in the air. Welcome to the movie Lair. From Marvel to DC, every frame gets shared. Welcome to the movie Lair. No cap, no spin, just cinema flair. If it's film or TV, yeah, you know we there. Welcome to the movie Lair. Welcome to the Lair. Welcome to the movie Lair. We report the facts and the rumors, just keeping it square. Welcome to the movie Lair. Welcome to the movie Lair. Welcome to the Lair. Welcome to the movie Lair. Welcome to the Lair. Welcome to the movie Lair. Welcome to the Lair. Welcome to the movie Lair. We report the facts and the rumors, just keeping it square. Welcome to the movie Lair. Welcome to the movie Lair. Welcome to the Lair. Welcome to the movie Lair. Welcome to the Lair. Yeah. Welcome to the movie Lair. Welcome to the movie Lair. Lights low, screen glow, real news in the air. Welcome to the movie Lair. From Marvel to DC, every frame is there. Welcome to the movie Lair. No cap, no spin, just cinema flair. If it's full TV, ain't no we air. Welcome to the movie Lair. Welcome to the Lair. Welcome to the Lair. We report the facts and the rumors, just keeping this plan. Welcome to the movie Lair.
Child, I'm on time today, y'all. I'm not late. 7 o'clock. I made it. Wasn't late. What's up, y'all? Let me get my little microphone together. Hopefully, y'all are having a great Friday, and hopefully we won't be here long. But I kind of got a lot of stuff to get into. I think we're gonna have a good show today. I got Sheed. She said, "I'm here. Thanks for always checking in." The magician says, "What up, Tina?" Hey, magician. I thank you and Sheed and Lawrence for always showing up every week. I really do appreciate y'all. Y'all make this so fun. Lawrence said, "Always on time." Yeah, always on my time. But I said 7 o'clock, and we are here at 7 o'clock. We are not late today, baby, because last week I was running behind, child. It's been an interesting week in entertainment. Not as traumatic as last week. Y'all know last week we had a lot going on. MAGA was winning last week, but this week is calm down a little bit. It's calm down. It's not as not as toxic this week as other weeks. Lawrence said, Tina said, "I'm not always there when you call, but I'm always on time." Yeah, I'm gonna get here. It may take a little bit to get here. Blue said, "What up, Tina? What up, y'all?" I think we're gonna have a good show today, man. I got some of course we're gonna talk about that Lanterns trailer. I'm a gossip today too, y'all. Y'all know I really don't be gossiping about stuff outside of movies, y'all. But we gonna talk. Did y'all see what Matthew Knowles said about Tina Knowles? Oh, I'm gonna talk about that. Oh, I'm gossiping about that. Yes, that is the only non-movie topic we're gonna talk about this week. But I definitely got a comment on that. Matthew Knowles was tripping. The magician said the trailer was trash. Y'all. I don't feel nothing by the trailer for the Lanterns. Like, I'm not like disappointed, but I'm also not like giddy for it either. So I'm sitting somewhere in the middle. I'm sitting I'm sitting somewhere in the middle on it. I don't know. But it also could be I'm not a Lanterns fan, so I'm just here as a general audience member. So Lawrence said Matthew was out of the wheel. Child, Matthew was out here cutting up on Beyonce's internet. Matthew knows. Child. Matthew is one of them good old Southern corporate men who believe in some of that. I'm disappointed in my Bahamian uncle. Y'all know Matthew got family from the islands too, but yeah, man. She said the trailer was S trailer. It'll be fine. I eh, I don't know. I just think the Lanterns trailer wasn't made for comic book fans, but so um it's gonna get cosmic. It's gonna get cosmic. It's gonna get cosmic. Lauren said that woman worked when he was chasing the dream and did their style. Yes, Matthew really tried it with Tina. Matthew was like, "What did Tina Knowles do for Destiny's Child, sir? Hell the fuck, hello." Matthew was wilding. Matthew like, "What did she do?" Mm. All right, y'all. We're gonna get into it. Not gonna be here too long. They talking about Matthew been out the wheel. Oh, Matthew really was cutting up in the streets this week. Then he tried to gaslight the audience. But y'all, we're gonna talk about it. We're gonna get into it. Let me get my little talking points pulled up here, and we finna get into it. So what up, y'all? Tina here with the movie Lair. Welcome to another episode. What episode are we on now? Episode 9 of 2026. I never thought I would make it this long. I never thought live streaming would be my thing. But anyway, in this episode, we're going to talk about, is James Gunn going to stay with the DCU? You know, we saw those rumors going around this week. The Aegon the Conqueror movie that may be coming. We're going to talk a little bit about Marvel. What else we got? Oh, award season. Oscars is next week. So award season is kind of heating up. So we're going to talk about that. And yeah, man, let's get into it. Let's get this thing started. Let me get my microphone together, child. Got this thing going. Xavier said, "What up, Tina? Happy Friday." What up, Xavier? Beastie Aiden said, "Hey, Tina." Hey, AD. Y'all, that's my little cousin. But I treat him like he my nephew. Y'all know how black people do. We don't be treating our family members like the right thing that they should be. But he only like 10 years old, so he don't feel like my cousin. He feel like my nephew. So yeah, that's my little cousin, Aiden. What up, Aiden? What up, nephew? All right, let's get into it. What we gonna talk about? So one of the films that's getting a lot of attention coming out of Sundance this year is a movie called If I Go, Will They Miss Me? And this one's going to be starring J. Alphonse Nicholson and Danielle Brooks. This story follows a young boy named Little Ant who's struggling to connect with his father, also while experiencing like these strange spiritual visions. What's cool about this one is being described as a coming of age drama that mixes with like grounded family themes with this surreal, almost like ghost like elements built into the neighborhood. Anytime you see Jay, I like Jay, y'all. Jay Alphonse, I love him. And Danielle Brooks attached to a character driven story. You already know the performances are probably going to carry a lot of weight. So, yeah, this might be one of those little quiet movies coming out of Sundance that I think is going to sneak up on some people. I, dang, man, I really wish I could have went to Sundance or at least got a virtual screening this year, but it just kind of went past me. But the film obviously made enough noise at Sundance because after premiering, it ended up landing a high six-figure distribution deal, reportedly close to $1 million. So somebody paid for it. Somebody liked it. So it's supposed to aim for like a theatrical release later this fall. And y'all, I am a big fan of both like Danielle Brooks and Jay Alphonse, but Jay Alphonse to me, he's been typecast a little bit, and hopefully he can break out of that because he's a good actor. And of course, we already know what Danielle Brooks does. She's always working somewhere. She keep a job. But I want J. Alphonse to kind of get out of those roles that they kind of put him in a little box that he always has to be like a gangster or a hood type dude, because J. Alphonse can act, man, and I really want him to kind of elevate. I want him to elevate. And I don't think it's his fault. I think he wants to act, but sometimes when these directors and writers, see people, they put them in that one little frame that they can't break out of. But he's also going to be in the Lanterns movie, the Lanterns TV show. I'm sorry, we'll talk about that later when we get to that. But yeah, this is one of the movies that's making a lot of noise coming out of Sundance, and it's called If I Go, Will They Miss Me? And it'll be coming out in the fall. Beastie Aiden said that's a lot. I don't know what's a lot, but I agree. It's a lot. Oh, Lord. Xavier says, I can tell this will hit hard in the feels. So what I heard about the story, Jay Alphonse, he's been in jail, and he's getting out of jail, and he's trying to connect with his son. But y'all know how it is. If you never really like grew up with your daddy, or if your daddy like is gone for like a long period of time, it's kind of hard to get back reconnected like you're supposed to. Not to mention he's getting out of jail. I don't know how long he's been in jail, but jail messes with people's brains. They don't come out, normal. So what I heard is the little boy, he sees like these visions of his dad as like a Greek god and stuff like that. So he has like these fantasized versions of what he wants his dad to be. And of course, when your dad get out, he's not really that. And so they got to kind of figure out how to develop that bond as a father and son duo. So that's what I heard the movie's supposed to be about. So I'm going to check it out. All right. What we got next? Ciao, miss. All right, y'all. So listen, apparently, we may have all missed a whole wedding. Like I'm scrolling and I see that Zendaya and Tom Holland might already be married. So let's talk about it. So at the 2026 SAG Awards, Zendaya's longtime stylist, Law Roach. I love Law. He's so fucking messy. But I shouldn't be cussing my nephew here. But I love Law. He is so messy. But he just casually dropped that we done already missed the wedding. And we was like, sir, when was the wedding? Like, how we missed it? What do you mean we missed it? This is what his messy self said.
The wedding has already happened. You missed it.
Is that true?
It's very true. Thank you so much. Yeah.
Why you tell that girl business like that? Turn my camera. Why he do that, y'all? Why did Law get on that red carpet and tell the people that Spider-Man and MJ done got married already? He is so messy. Here's another clip.
You and Zendaya have the relationship every stylist and every celebrity would love to have. We know she's gonna be getting married. Are we thinking about the looks already for the wedding? Do you come to her and say, hey Zendaya, I think, or does she say, this is the bride I want to look like?
Y'all, the wedding already happened. Y'all missed it.
Well, the other day they said she had on a gold band, and folks were wondering.
The wedding is over. Sorry.
Would you stop?
But no, what I'm thinking about is all the movies that she has coming out. There's a lot of premieres. There's a lot of clothes. There's a lot of fashion. There's a lot of archive. There's a lot of method dressing. So I'm looking forward to that, and that's what I'm concentrating on now.
He done told the people business. And the crazy part is this actually tracks for them because they've always been like super private about their relationship. Like even when they got together back in the Spider-Man days, they kept everything kind of low key for years. And let's be real, this is not officially confirmed by Zendaya or Tom. So we got to put this in the allegedly category.
Allegedly. The lawyer lady up there in the booth is telling me to say allegedly.
But I think this is real. Because Law ain't just anybody. That's like her day one. He's been there for a long time. And for him to say it with confidence, I think this is real. And that got people talking, and fans have already been, watching. And they said, you know what? We did see Zendaya out a couple weeks ago and she had on a band. She didn't have her engagement ring on anymore. But honestly, if they did get married in secret, I'm not mad. In a world where everything gets broadcasted and they wanted to keep this kind of low key and sacred, it's nothing wrong with that. When I got married, it was very small, it was very intimate. And I got some homies, man, that before I got married, they were telling me like, Tina, don't spend a lot of money on weddings. One of my homeboys said he spent $60,000 on his wedding. I got another homeboy, he spent $80,000 on his wedding, and he was like, Tina, both of my homeboys was like, Tina, if I could do it all over again, I would put that money somewhere else. So I took that advice and we did something very small, very intimate, and we had a good time. So I completely understand if they decide to do something low key without all the lights and the glamour. And I just wish them the best on their union. Marriage is tough, especially when you come from two different environments and they come from two different worlds. Okay. Two different worlds. But it seems like they've made it work over the past 8 years. So good luck to our Spider-Man and our MJ for this generation. Tom and Zendaya are officially married. They are. They are. Xavier Phoenix says, Spidey said, I'm going to go ahead and wife her up right now. The magician said, you should have known it was going to play out like this. She probably don't care. They're close. Yeah, for sure. The magician says, I love Law. Law is so messy. Billy is waiting, said, what's up, everyone? What's up, Billy? How you doing? How you doing? All right. We about to move on. Y'all, Uncle Tyler. Uncle Tyler, y'all. So Tyler Perry is not slowing down at all because now he's teaming up with Netflix again, but this time he's stepping into a firefighter drama territory, and he's calling his new show Where is the Smoke? Oh, hold on, I'm getting an error message here. Your camera probably has a low frames per second. What's going on? Am I coming through clear? I just got a message that my camera settings may be low. Am I coming through good, y'all? The magician said Tyler. Is my camera coming through? Can y'all see me clear? I'm getting like an error message that says my camera may be a little low. Let me check. Hold on, y'all. Okay, Lauren says I'm good. Okay. All right. So here is the log line for the Tyler Perry show. So it says it follows the lives of a group of firefighters as they navigate the intense challenges of their high stakes profession while grappling with personal struggles, fractured relationships, and the emotional toll of saving lives in a world filled with danger, drama, and heartbreak. Tyler Perry. Tyler Perry. Tyler Perry is so crazy. All right. So the series is going to follow Tyler Lepley, and Da Vinci will be in this as well. For y'all that did or did not watch it, Da Vinci is in BMF and All American, and I'm happy he's getting work. I like Da Vinci. You know, he's a good young actor. Tyler Lepley, child. Tyler like him. Tyler Perry be putting Tyler Lepley in all the shows. I don't blame Tyler. I don't blame Tyler. Tyler said he got an eye for fine men. Okay, and these are some fine men.
That's a black king right there.
Yeah, Tyler know his audience is women, so he gonna make sure. Tyler gonna make sure it's some fine men on that screen. Tyler Perry's so messy too. All right. And from what we're hearing, this is part of a bigger multi-picture deal that Tyler has with Netflix, where he's just been pumping these shows out back to back. Now, details on the plot, they're still kind of under wraps. I'm not even going to lie. Netflix is keeping this one kind of on the low. But what we do know is production is already moving. Because the show is set to film pretty soon in Atlanta. And what's interesting to me is Tyler Perry stepping into a firefighter series. That's a different lane for him. Like, yeah, he does drama, he does chaos, he does trauma, but firefighters, this tells me Tyler Perry was sitting at home watching 911 with Angela Bassett one night and probably said, I could do that shit too. Because most firefighter shows, they usually have like heavy emotional storylines, loss, sacrifice, danger. it's kind of already a lane that Tyler Perry kind of thrives in. So I'm kind of curious if this is going to be a lot more serious, and he doesn't really, just don't go off the rails with this, Tyler. Just stick the landing. And let's be real, Netflix keeps doubling down on Tyler Perry, and that says a lot. They like working with him. His content clearly performs, especially with a global audience. So they're letting him expand into different genres. Now, I just need to know, what is the angle? Okay. Are we following one firehouse? Are we following a rookie? Is there some scandal going on? Because with Tyler Perry, it's just never a regular show. Okay, it's always something extra going on. And Tyler Perry is very polarizing in his content. He is a polarizing man. But what I will say is, when Tyler sits down and puts pen to pad and actually wants to put out quality work, he can. Like we've seen him do 6AAA. I like that. The Family That Prays was great. Probably one of my favorite Tyler Perry films. Why Did I Get Married is solid. So it's like Tyler can do it. Tyler just, I don't know. Tyler just be Tyler, don't be messy. Okay, make this good. Don't start doing all these extra stories. Don't start doing a bunch of like sideways stuff. Really sit down and make this a good show, Tyler. Now, damn. We be trying to protect you out in these streets and protect your name, but you be making it hard for us now. Don't start having the men doing all type of, like, we can deal with some wildness, but just Tyler, just don't go off the rockers with this. Let's make this a real simple firefighter show. Okay. We don't have to start going left and right. Keep it real simple. All right. Let's check the comments. Dan the Man says, what you got for us tonight? Tina, we accept this Sadie Sink as Jean Grey. No. I'm still in denial. The Magician says, I was just about to say, the cast gonna look good every time. Blue said, he got a medical show up his sleeve as well coming. I haven't heard about a medical show. I haven't heard about that. Xavier said, this is absolutely an idea that happened one night with friends. Yeah, Tyler Perry probably had 911 playing in the background. He probably was drinking his little wine, probably had him a little friend over. And he probably was like, I could do that. I could do what they doing. But I wanted to be about men. Firefighter men. Fine ass firefighter men. Oh gosh. Lauren said they about to do some freaky stuff. The Magician says he gets a little echo chamber. That's why he needs other good writers as well. Yes, he does. He is such a Tyler Perry is a control freak, but keeping it a buck, man, if you know any successful people in your life, if you know, most successful people are control freaks. They are so used to controlling everything in their life to get to success that they just like to control everything. It's very hard and few that you find someone who is successful and they're not control freaks. That's just it. I done been around enough people. I done been around enough executives. I got family members who are successful. They are control freaks. I consider myself successful. I'm a control freak. I admit it. I control a lot of shit in my life. I am a control freak, so I'm not gonna get mad at him on that. Oh, so hopefully this will be good, y'all. We just gotta pray for Uncle Tyler. Xavier says Tyler shows would be dope if he led a legitimate team of writers instead of writing it all himself. I mean, maybe, but how do you tell somebody who is successful to stop doing what makes you successful? Tyler Perry could put out the worst movie ever on Netflix tonight and people gonna watch it. So in order for him to change, people has to stop watching his stuff. And I think Tyler Perry has learned. Tyler Perry is smart. He do some dumb stuff sometimes, but Tyler Perry is smart. Tyler Perry has learned, when I make these movies, I now got to add some little stuff in here to make it go viral on social media. That's why I think he purposely gives them bad wigs. He purposely makes all these outrageous scenes, because now he's learned when my stuff is talked about on social media, it makes people go watch the movie. We're really in a new age of marketing movies, and so I don't know. S. Jaddick says Tyler Perry and Tyler Sheridan are like the same guy, but make very different content. Absolutely control freaks that hates writing rooms. What's our boy who does American Horror Story? I'm going blank on his name. American Horror Story. What is our guy who does American Horror Story? Ryan Murphy. No, that damn Tyler Perry and Ryan Murphy are variants of each other. Because Ryan Murphy don't give a damn either. Ryan Murphy don't give a damn. Ryan Murphy be doing some crazy shit. But once again, people be watching it. When Ryan Murphy puts his name on a project, people watch it. Ryan Murphy, he is definitely a Tyler Perry variant. He is. They are crazy. All right. Next up, let's go back one. All right, let's talk about something funny that happened at the NAACP Awards. So, Chase Infinity, brand new actress. She was in One Battle After Another. She played Tiana Taylor's daughter, and Tyreek Withers, he's played in the movie Him and a few other films. They took a picture together, like, sometime earlier last year. They took this picture together, and social media does what social media does. And somebody was like, y'all look like brother and sister, maybe even the children of Olivia Pope and Fitz from Scandal. Said they are the love child of Olivia Pope and Fitz. So for the past 6 months, it's been one of those like running jokes every time Tyreek Withers and Chase Infinity get together that they are Olivia Pope and Fitz's love child. And Chase and Tyreek and Kerry Washington were all at the NAACP Awards together this past week, and they all took a picture together. Where's the picture? Where is it? Right here. So they all took a picture together, and the rumors started swirling, and everybody started feeding into the joke. And man, this is the Hollywood that I like. I like celebrities who aren't afraid to say that they see stuff on the internet. Kerry Washington could have been one of those bougie, stuck-up actresses like, no, I don't have Instagram. No, I haven't seen the jokes. No, I haven't seen that. No, she played into it. And I like that they played into it because, I mean, why not? Kerry Washington even posted it on her Instagram and said, family reunion. Chase Infinity said, mama is serving. Tyreek says, not me cheesing hard. And then, of course, Shonda Rhimes, the creator of Scandal, she was like the most beautiful first family. Somebody even photoshopped a picture and included Fitz in the picture. Let me see if I can find it here. They put Fitz in the picture. So I thought it was dope that all of them kind of fed into this little jokey joker meme that was going around. Seems like the NAACP Awards was just bringing happiness out of everybody. It was good energy there. I actually watched it. Take a look at this.
Everybody thinks you look like the love child between Fitz and Olivia from Scandal.
I think it's really cute that the internet wants him to play our future love child.
I agree. There's no way around it.
I mean, I think if there's a Scandal sequel, you could handle it.
Yes, yeah.
Would you want Tyreek to do it?
He doesn't have to audition. He's Tyreek. What? If he wants it, it's his. I mean, I got to call Shonda Rhimes. It's really her decision.
He gave us it's handled.
Did he really?
Yes, I'm here now. It's handled.
I'm going to have to get him a white hat. I'm obsessed. I love him.
I just think that's so cute. I think Tyreek Withers is a superstar. I think Chase Infinity is a freaking superstar. Chase Infinity was hands down the second best actor in One Battle After Another. I think Sean Penn was the best. She was a close second. For this to be Chase Infinity's first film, she killed it. Hopefully Hollywood is great to these young actors and they have much success in the industry. But yeah, man, I think it was cute how they all just kind of pitched in on the joke. I thought that was pretty dope. Let's check the comments. The magician said they do. Scandal was my shit. Billy is waiting said, I'm obsessed with the Scandal family. People saw 2 1/4 black people and said, yep. now, I don't know about Chase, but I know Tyreek got a black daddy. Tyreek got a black daddy. Uh, Blue says, I wish we really put in and invest in the NAACP awards and make them really matter. I mean, everybody showed up this year for the awards. I think it was a good award season. Magician says her name is so dope, beautiful to me, Chase Infinity. Yep. Blue's house says Chase is going to be in the new Handmaid's Tale. Yep. S. Jaddick says Tyreek says he wants to be Cyclops. Yes, he does. But can y'all imagine? This goes back when I say people claim I don't see color. It's, if they were to cast Tyreek Withers as Cyclops, they would see all the black in him. They'd be like, not my Cyclops. My Cyclops isn't black. Like, that man is light, bright, damn near white. But they would see all the color in him if he was to get the role as a young Cyclops. I don't know if he's ready for a young Cyclops. He's fairly new. He comes from a football background. He did get into theater in school, but I don't know if he I don't know. I don't know if he could play Cyclops yet. I think he need to get a couple more roles underneath him. I think he could do it. Y'all know I don't care about race swaps. Y'all know I don't give a damn. But he's good and tall, 6'4", 6'5", built like a superhero. But I don't know. I don't know if he's ready for Cyclops yet. But give him about 2-3 years, he could be in the MCU. Says Tyreek can be Casper, White Panther, T'Challa's brother. Hey, if it's a young T'Challa, maybe. If we go into T'Challa Jr. The Magician says not a good fit. Xavier said nerds would lose their minds if he was cast as Scott Summers. Y'all know he would. They would go crazy. They would be like, not my Cyclops. But people swear they don't see color, child. They swear. All right, let's talk about Uncle Matthew Knowles, child. Uncle Matthew Knowles. So I know this show is mostly about movies. We're gonna do a little slide over to the music news a little bit. Did y'all see the little drama going around with Matthew Knowles, Beyonce daddy? So Matthew Knowles was doing an interview about Destiny's Child because he owns like everything Destiny's Child related. So the interviewer was like, you and Tina had such a joint effort with dealing with the group of Destiny's Child. And Matthew Knowles said, what did Tina do? Matthew was like, joint effort? What she did? Matthew said, what Tina did? Who said that? Let's take a look at the clip.
You've earned your flowers. I've said the same thing to Tina Knowles. You guys put in the work.
Hold on.
You've earned your flowers. I've said the same thing to Tina Knowles. You guys put in the work, and obviously the talent was there with your kids and your grandkids.
What work did she put in?
In the hair.
Okay, you're absolutely right. The styling.
The styling.
The imaging, you're right.
She claimed to have preyed on the name and different aspects of that.
Sure. Sure.
So, yeah. It's a joint effort.
We'll stop now.
Sorry, did I say something wrong?
No.
All right.
Hell the fuck low? What? Now, before I judged Matthew, before I judged him, I went back and I watched the whole interview because I was like, maybe the interviewer kept bringing Tina up. Maybe that aggravated Matthew. I tried to give Uncle Matthew the benefit of the doubt. I went and I watched that whole damn interview. And that interviewer only brought Tina Knowles up that one time that we just saw that. So yes, That man got triggered because he said Tina Knowles was involved with Destiny's Child, and he gonna say, well, what did she do? Well, first, let's start off with she birthed Beyonce. Hell the fuck low. Like, can we start there? Like, can we start with she gave birth? Can we start with she gave her name? Beyonce is truly first of her name. She's the first Beyonce. Can we start there? Like, can we just even start with birth? Like, she birthed your child. She carried your child for 9 months and named her. Can we just start there before we even get to the group? Can you just say, yeah, she birthed her? And then like the man, like they said, she did the hair, she did their wardrobe, she did their makeup. Hell, that's a lot for her to do for 4 people. Now, true enough, I'm gonna give Matthew his flowers. Matthew was the business side of Beyonce and Destiny's Child and Solange. He was the one in them boardrooms making deals, doing a lot of the entertainment business work. But let's don't act like Tina was not there through this process. Like, let's don't act like Tina was some Instagram model that you met who was using all your money and just on vacations. Tina Knowles was there in the mud. Hello? She was there getting it out the mud. Do you know how much money she saved you because she could do hair, makeup, and wardrobe? Like, they were truly a partnership, and to diminish what she's done is crazy.
Oh shit! Oh shit! Oh shit!
What? When there's a Destiny's Child movie made, if it ever happens, Tina will be in the movie. No different than in this Michael movie, Catherine will be there because it's the little things that good moms do. When Matthew was out making sure the lights were bright and the chairs were put in place in the concert venue, who do you think got to run across the street to the CVS to get the pads and the tampons and the pain medicine? It's things like that moms do for their daughter that I don't think, certain people realize. It's those little things. I don't like when people's impact is minimized, and it happens so often, especially to women. Like, for him to say, well, what did she do? What? Sir, Matthew, not to mention, there were a lot of fashion houses and designers that did not want to dress Destiny's Child. So Tina took part in creating an image for those girls. During that time frame, most girl groups were leaning into like the tomboy style. You had TLC, Escape, all of these girl groups had a major impact. If you grew up in the 90s, you knew their style was mostly like, tomboyish. That was our thing back then. So when Destiny's Child came around, and instead of following the same tomboy style trend, Tina Knowles was like, no, we're going to lean fully into the feminine aspect of these girls. Not to mention, she made each girl have their own individual style. She didn't just have them all wearing the same outfit. She went in and individually made different outfits for each girl. So one of the most important things about any artist or an entertainer is their image, your clothes, your hair, how you dress. It tells the audience a lot about yourself. So to minimize what she done is wild.
Wow.
Like, hello, Matthew? Like, what, y'all? What Matthew got going on, man? What is going on with Matthew Knowles? Like, why would you even...
Wow.
Why would you even say that? Why? Like, why? I think Jeff Bezos said when him and his wife got divorced, he said, she was with me when I was working out of a garage. She can have as much money as she wants. She can have it. And we're never going to take anything away from Matthew Knowles, from Joe Jackson, from Tiger Woods' daddy, Michael Jordan's daddy, Venus and Serena's daddy, plus many, 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 many more. I do think those stories need to be told, but the mothers are just important. If you watch the movie Air that Ben Affleck made about Nike signing Michael Jordan loved his daddy so much, but his mama, he said, I want Viola Davis to play my mama. That's what he said. Ben Affleck said Michael Jordan would not allow that movie to be made if they did not get Viola Davis to play his mama, because he loves his mama. Like, he loves his mama. And Michael Jordan's mom was like so pivotal in him signing his deal with Nike. So for for Matthew Knowles, man, I don't know. I don't know. I don't see it, because there's no Beyonce without Matthew Knowles and Tina Knowles. Beyonce is a mixture of both of those people, and to diminish Tina like she wasn't out there getting it out the mud, child, that's crazy work. That is crazy work. Let's check the comments. The magician said that was so disrespectful. S. Chaddock says, isn't it well known that Matthew was the driving force? He is the driving force. Magician says the interviewer dropped the ball, though. He was not prepared for his own question. He should have been able to fire off her compliments. Because, Magician, you're not thinking. Because I'm a Beyonce fan. But if somebody asks me something off the cuff, unless it's like a well-known fact, I probably wouldn't just like know it. So you're correct. The interviewer was not prepared for that question to shoot back, because I think he never thought Matthew would say some shit like that. What did she do? Nigga, you know what she did. You slept with her. That was your wife. I'm pretty sure she was making spaghetti and taking to-go sandwiches when y'all was on the road. I'm pretty sure she was doing something. Xavier said that was wild. Matthew not cool. Lauren said she was dealing with their mental after he was working them like racehorses, for sure. Billy is waiting said Tina's gonna be in the movie because Beyonce will want her. You can't do a Destiny's Child movie without Tina Knowles. As Jaddock says, Matt is just salty. Oh gosh. The magician says most men can't handle women shining brighter than them. He act like what he did will be diminished by acknowledging her contributions and impact, for sure. Like, we would never take away what Matthew knows, or as horrible and abusive as a father Joe Jackson was. You don't get Michael without Joe being Joe. It's bad, but that's the truth. So we'll never take away from Matthew either. You do not get Beyonce without Matthew, but you also don't get Beyonce without Tina Knowles. Like, hello, Matthew. Hello. We ain't even talk about Solange. You don't get Solange without Matthew or Tina. So there's some other stuff going on with Matthew that I think, but I don't want to get into that because, that's Beyonce daddy. So we're not going to disrespect him. But, I think Matthew is in a place where he probably feels like Beyonce is way more closer to her mom. And I think Matthew feels cut out because Beyonce did let him go as being her manager. So I think he feels cut out and left out of a lot of things. And I think he felt triggered. I think he felt like, and most people feel like, just because they're doing the grunt work, you're not recognizing also what your partner does. If you have a real partner, let's just say you're the one out working, but your wife is taking care of the kids. I think it's crazy to diminish your wife, or especially if you got a good wife. Now, if your wife trash, and if your wife is just taking and ain't doing nothing, I understand. But I don't think that's what was going on with Tina Knowles. Not to mention, like y'all said earlier, Matthew quit his job to chase this dream of Destiny's Child while Tina Knowles continued to work and pay the bills in the house. Hello? Can we talk about, do you not remember that your wife was still working while you quit your job because you wanted to manage them? And that could have been the best decision. That probably was the best decision because you don't get Beyonce without Matthew quitting his job. But don't act like Tina wasn't there holding it down. Like, that's crazy. Like, what did she do? Nigga, you know what she did. Child. Matthew off the chain. Let's talk about the awards. Let's move on. All right, so movie awards season is starting to wind down. The Oscars are next Sunday, but this previous week, the NAACP awards took place. So did the SAG awards. And let's just talk about the NAACP awards because one movie pretty much ran the table this year, and the big winner of the night was Sinners. And when I say they dominated, they dominated. The film walked away with 13 awards, including Outstanding Motion Picture, Outstanding Director for Coogler, Outstanding Actor for Michael B. Jordan, plus wins for Delroy Lindo and Wumi Musaku in the supporting categories. And on top of that, Michael B. Jordan also took home Entertainment of the Year, which capped off the night. He was the big man for that night. And if we keeping it a buck, y'all, I really think Tiana Taylor probably should have won Entertainer of the Year, or even Kendrick Lamar. And y'all know I'm a big Michael B. Jordan fan. But I would just base that off of pure volume. I think Tiana Taylor put out like 3 movies in 2025. She put out an album. She had a solid year. And then when you look at Kendrick Lamar, same thing. He put out an album. He had a very successful world tour. So I really thought either one of them probably could have took Entertainer of the Year, because Michael B. Jordan, the only thing he really put out was Sinners that year. And don't get me wrong, I love Sinners. But if we're basing it off of overall year, I think Tiana Taylor and Kendrick Lamar actually filled the year up. But I'm not mad that Michael B. Jordan won, but I do think Tiana Taylor and either Kendrick Lamar probably should have won. Just my opinion, because the only thing Mike done this year was Sinners, whereas I feel like they just had multiple things going on and they got recognized for a lot. But hey, I'm not mad that Mike won Entertainer of the Year at the NAACP Awards. On the TV side, shows like Abbott Elementary continued their run. They're always winning. And Reasonable Doubt picked up the award for Outstanding Drama. Man, Abbott Elementary be cleaning up every year, and that's not goddamn fair. Like, damn, give somebody else a chance to win, Quinta. Damn. Quinta be cleaning up, boy. But yeah, man, shout out to the cast of Abbott as well as Reasonable Doubt. I don't watch either one. I don't really like comedies that much, so I don't watch Abbott Elementary. Reasonable Doubt, I heard, is great. I feel like I'm too far behind to get caught up. It's like 4 or 5 seasons in, but everybody that I talk to say Reasonable Doubt is good. So yeah, they cleaned everything up on the TV side. Now, when we get to the SAG Awards, we had a surprise. So Michael B. Jordan won Actor of the Year, and this is the category that a lot of people think belongs to Timothy Chalamet. Michael B. Jordan snuck in and won Actor of the Year over Timothy. Yeah. Now, the SAG Awards are voted on by other actors in the game. 160,000 performers like make up the voting body. It's one of the biggest voting groups like in the whole industry. So I think it's fair to say that the other actors in the industry recognize that Michael B. Jordan just had the better performance in comparison to Timothy Chalamet. And honestly, we make a big deal about the Oscars, but I would hold my SAG award very near and dear to my heart, because this is the award that other actors, your peers, recognize the hard work that you put in. So it just feels different when your peers think you did a good job. I think there's a little tightening of the race between Michael B. Jordan and Timothy for the Oscars next week. Something shifted in the past couple weeks where the industry is starting to look at Sinners a little bit differently. But yeah, man, this Actor of the Year award is tight between Michael B. Jordan and Timothy. I think they still gonna give it to Timothy Chalamet, but Michael B. Jordan winning the SAG Awards definitely kind of had people like, oh, does Michael have a chance? I don't know. Now, I also think there's a race going on between Best Supporting Actress. Tiana Taylor Wumi Musaku and Amy Magdick. This is tight. I think at the start of the season, Tiana Taylor was the leader, and then Wumi crept in and she won a BAFTA and the NAACP award, and then Amy, she got like a couple awards for weapons too. So this one, I think this one is really a toss up. If I look at these performances and really like put my bias to the side, I honestly think Wumi should win. Tiana Taylor to me played a character so close to what her personality kind of is. I don't think she really had to stretch her acting muscles because Tiana Taylor is already looked at kind of like a vixen, like a sex kitten type character. Like she kind of already like gives that. So I don't think she really, I don't want to disrespect her craft and say she didn't work hard, but I feel like her character, peripheral, I can't even pronounce it. I feel like her character was so close to her personality. She ain't really have to stretch her acting muscles a lot. Now, when you get the weapons and you talk about the character that Amy played, bruh, she just played a witch. She just played a witch, bruh. She played a witch with a bad orange wig and some bad makeup. I don't understand why people are so mesmerized with her performance in Weapons. Y'all pissed me off. Y'all pissed me off because y'all had me believing Weapons was a good movie. I watched Weapons and I was pissed off. I was like, is this what y'all hyped this movie up? Y'all made me sit and watch this, and this is a movie about a witch, not even a really good witch. I don't think Amy should win. I think this should go to Wumi. Now, Wumi, she really had to transform into this role because she's British. So she had to pick up a Southern Louisiana accent. She really had to get into character. She had to study the hoodoo of it all. So I think out of all three characters, I think she had the biggest transformation and she really had to work to do her particular role. But how the Oscars operate, man, they're going to get this to Amy. Amy going to win this. They're going to get this to that lady from Weapons. That's what I think. Tiana might sneak in. She might get it. But I think Amy is like number 1 for Best Supporting Actress. I think Tiana's at a slight 2. Wumi's number 3. But me personally, I think Wumi should win. That's just me. I think Wumi had the better acting job. I think she had to put in the most work. That's my opinion. Oh, all right. Let's check the comments. Wumi's Lauren said, I thought Wumi was pregnant. Was this pick before the other pick? Yes, that's an old picture. Dwayne Dillon says, hey T. Hey Dwayne. Billy says, yep, I see what you're saying about Kendrick or Tiana winning. Yep. The Magician says, Abbott is fire. Philly all day, baby. Lauren said, lock in Tina and binge the episodes. She said Tina don't like comedies. I just don't. They be so cheesy. Dan the Man says, am I tripping or has Michael B. Jordan been to multiple award shows with controversy? The only controversy I really know is the BAFTA awards. That's really it. Lauren said that was clown acting. The Magician says, Wumi, my baby. And yeah, you're right. She ain't straight. Yeah, Tiana, like, I don't ever want to discredit anybody. But I think they picked Tiana for that role because they knew it matched kind of to, her persona. Like, they didn't go get Angela Bassett and make her turn into a sex kitten. They went and got somebody who's kind of very similar to Lauren said Tina gonna be in Scary Movie one day. Watch. No, I could never be an actor. Never wanted to do it. Never wanted to be. No, never could do it. Shout out to all the actors and actresses. I couldn't do it. Sheem says one battle after another was, yes, it was very overrated. I don't see why people love this movie so much. I don't understand why people love one battle after another. Like the first 30 minutes, I was about to cut it off. I'm like, I'm not finna do this. I'm not finna watch this. But I said, I'm gonna push it through. By the middle of the movie, it does start to pick up. Like, when Chase Infinity's character starts to become the main focus, and when Sean Penn is zeroed in on moving up into that secret society, like that's when I'm like, oh, I kind of like this. Like this is secret societies and children out here. That's when it started getting my tea, because I'm like, oh, this is dramatic. This is drama. This is messy. This is baby daddy stuff. So by the middle of the movie, it started to pick up, but like, I don't know. One battle, Dan the Man says one battle after another was funny. Man called Tina a seed demon. Sean Penn did his thing. Sean Penn acted his ass off in one battle after another. Him and Benicio del Toro, he did a great job. And Chase Infinity did a great job. But when people are like, Tiana Taylor is the best supporting actress, child, I don't know. Torian said, hey, Tina LockLair in chat. What up, Torian? Billy is waiting, said, thank God someone said it. It's entertaining. It's a good watch. But when I hear people saying it's the best film of the decade, I'm like, child, where? Yes, because I'm like, maybe I'm missing something. And I watch a lot of movies. I have worked in the movie industry. I'm like a cinephile. And I'm like, how are y'all saying this is like a great movie? Like, I really want to hear people tell me why one battle after another is just this cinematic experience. I don't know. I don't know, child, but we'll see. Oscars is next Sunday. I'm not gonna be mad if Sinners doesn't win best pictures. People obviously love one battle after another, so it's probably gonna win. I think Ryan Coogler has a chance at winning best screenplay. I think this witch over here on the right is gonna win best supporting actress. I think Michael B. Jordan could sneak in and win best actor over Timothy. But if he don't win, I'm not gonna be mad. I'm not gonna be mad. I'm not gonna be mad if Michael don't win, because people like Timothy Chalamet. They like damn Marty Supreme. Mental Health said you need to follow Tina LockLair. Yeah, y'all do. If y'all not following me, please follow. All right. Next, we're going to talk about Harry Potter casting news, Game of Thrones. We're going to get into some DC news, and then we're going to wrap it up. I think we're at the halfway point. I think we are almost done. So I think this is the perfect time for me to take a water break. Bye, y'all.
Commercial break with the movie Lair. Grab some water and some snacks. Meet back here. Commercial break with the movie Lair. We cover rumors and movies, all that here. Commercial break with the movie Lair. Grab some snacks and pull up a chair. Commercial break with the movie Lair. Walk under the Gotham, we talking all that here. Commercial break with the movie Lair.
Commercial break with the movie Lair. We cover rumors and movies all day. Commercial break with the movie Lair. Grab some snacks and pull up a chair. Commercial break with the movie Lair. From Wakanda to Gotham, we talking all day. Commercial break with the movie Lair. Commercial break with the movie Lair. Grab some snacks and pull up a chair. Commercial break with the movie Lair. From Wakanda to Gotham, we talking all day. Commercial break with the movie Lair.
Commercial break with the movie Lair. Grab some water and some snacks. Meet back here. Commercial break with the movie Lair. We cover rumors and movies, all that here. Commercial chair. Commercial break with the movie Lair. The movie Lair. Cover rumors and movies, all that hell, yeah. We cover rumors and movies, all that hell, yeah. Commercial break with the movie Lair, movie Lair. From Wakanda to Gotham, we talking all that hell. Commercial break with the movie Lair, the movie Lair, the movie Lair. Yeah, 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 yeah. They for chillin' on commercial break with a movie Lair. We're about to start right now. Get back here. They for chillin' on commercial break with a movie Lair. With a movie Lair. With a movie Lair. They for chillin' on commercial break with a movie Lair. With a movie Lair. Movie Lair. They for chillin' on commercial break. Get back here. Get back here. With it back here. We're about to start here. Start here. Start here. We're about to start here. Start here. Start here.
Just like an old lady got to go to the bathroom and drink water and all that, you know. Thank y'all for always being patient with me. Yeah, I'm gonna make y'all some good old music to make the time go by. You know, us peoples, we like us a good old vibe. We like to jam out a little bit. All right, what we got? Harry Potter, DC, Marvel. Then we gonna get up out of here. All right, let's go. Where we going first? Harry Potter, maybe. All right. So we got another Harry Potter casting rumor floating around, and this one comes from the scooper Daniel RPK, who says Paul Bettany is one of the lead actors being looked to play Voldemort in the upcoming HBO Harry Potter series. Now, if that name sounds familiar, then y'all know Paul Bettany is the man who plays Vision. That is Wanda's husband. So that's a pretty interesting choice for the Dark Lord. But what's funny is a few months ago, the internet was convinced it was going to be Cillian Murphy. Fans were pushing heavy that, Cillian, I meant Killian be Voldemort. But earlier this week, he was like, it's categorically false. I am not going to be Voldemort. So Killian went on ahead and shut that down. And y'all remember, we talked about this a few weeks ago, and I said the same thing. I was like, I just can't see Cillian Murphy locking himself into a long-term franchise TV deal like that. That HBO show is supposed to run for like multiple seasons covering all of the books. So whoever plays Voldemort is going to be tied to that character for a long time. So when the rumor was going around that it was going to be Killian, I was like, I just can't see Killian wanting to be locked down to a TV show for that long. Now, Paul Bettany, I can see that working. I don't really see Paul Bettany in a lot of like big films. He's got the voice. He's got the presence. He can play cold and creepy when he needs to. Y'all know he was White Vision, unseasoned Vision. So he know how to, calm it down. Plus, Voldemort doesn't really show up heavily, I guess, later into the story. So it's not like he'd have to carry every single episode. But as of right now, nothing is officially confirmed. This is still a rumor from Daniel RPK. So we just going to keep watching the casting and see where the dominoes fall when it comes to the Dark Lord of the wizarding world. We also got some casting on the houses. Now, y'all, I don't know a damn thing about Harry Potter, but the cast of all these houses have been announced, and the cast looks very diverse. Let me see. We got Hufflepuff, Ravenclaw. I'm going to start it. Before the TV show comes out next year, I'm going to watch all of the Harry Potter movies. It's like 6 of them, right? Yeah, I'm going to watch all of it so I can know what's going on. But yeah, here's the casting for the houses for all of the Harry Potter fans. We got Ravenclaw, Hufflepuff, Slytherin, Gryffindor. There's your peoples. Got a little diverse cast. You got a little black person sprinkled in here or there. They got a couple blacks. They got a couple blacks in there. like Donald Trump says, a few blacks in some of the houses. Oh. Danny Man says Paul as Voldemort works for me. Sheem said David Oyelowo would be a great Voldemort. I don't know. I don't know. The magician says he might do something crazy with Voldemort, but Paul is an interesting choice as well. I can kind of see him doing that. I can see that. Lawrence says Slytherin got blacks. Yeah, look like they got a black in there. Billy is waiting said, I wonder how many books they'll make it through. I think the last time I looked it up, this was like a 10-year deal. And I think I don't want to lie. I don't know how far it's going to get, but I remember reports of it being like a 10-year deal and 6 to 7 seasons, something like that. Danny Man says, I'm just waiting for the Hogwarts legacy. Xavier said, Tina, you got to catch up on the Potterverse. Child, when Harry Potter came out, I probably was in college somewhere. Let's see. Harry Potter movie release date. 2001. Child, in 2001, I was a senior in high school, not worried about no wizards and shit. You know, when you 17, 18, 19, you on some other stuff. Well, I was on some other stuff. When I was growing up, like when I was young, from like 5 to like 10, I was really into like comic books and cartoons and stuff. But like from 10 to like maybe 22, I got really heavy into sports. So I was still watching movies a lot, but I wasn't really like into it. I was really a sports fanatic. I played baseball, ran track, softball. So that was more my thing. I'm calling my phone. Yeah. So I wasn't like, by the time Harry Potter came out and was big, I was in college. I was in the streets. I was at the clubs. I was at the parties. I was underage drinking. I wasn't worried about Harry Potter at that time. I just wasn't. I was trying to make sure I got this class on time at the party the night before. So when Harry Potter came out, it just wasn't on my path. And then, when I got out of college and I started working, and by the time I got back into like being big into movies, like it was past the Harry Potter reign. And I just never went back. But I am going to go back and watch it now because all of them are on HBO. So I'm going to start back watching them all. So yeah, that's the Harry Potter news. All right, what we got next? All right, so Warner Brothers is officially developing a Game of Thrones movie, and from what's being reported, the script is being written by Beau Willingman. He worked on Andor and House of Cards, which actually makes a lot of sense considering how political and cutthroat Westeros can be. This rumor right now is that the film will focus on Aegon the Conqueror, which makes sense. Like, if you're gonna make a movie and put it on the big screen, you want it to be about Aegon the Conqueror, the Targaryen who first united most of Westeros. I hate when they say Aegon the Conqueror united Westeros. He didn't unite Westeros. He conquered it. He had dragons. They didn't all sit together and have dinner and say, we finna all be friends. You colonize all them people. Ain't unite nobody. And I'm not gonna lie, man. I just always felt like it's pure common sense. If you're gonna expand this universe into movies, starting with Aegon's conquest is the most logical place you would go. It's literally the beginning of the Targaryen dynasty in Westeros. Dragons, kingdoms, the Iron Throne. Like, yeah, you want to start there. It's foundational stuff. But the other reason it works so well is because it becomes a perfect entry point for newcomers. For someone who don't know nothing about Game of Thrones, if you do an Aegon the Conqueror movie, it is the right place to start. Because after you watch the Aegon the Conqueror movie, if you like it, you can say, now I can watch House of the Dragon. Now I can watch Hedge Knight. Now I can watch Game of Thrones. The timeline just lines up too clean for you not to make this a movie. So if Warner Brothers is really trying to build Westeros as a big franchise, this movie actually feels like the most strategic thing to do, because on a big screen in IMAX, 3 dragons pulling up, conquering, Yes. Let's do it. Why not? Why not? It just makes sense. House of the Dragon. House of the Dragon, they're spending $20 million per episode with practically no return because nobody knows how you make money during streaming. People aren't watching TV anymore. So you're spending $20 million per episode on House of the Dragon when you can just take $150 million and make a movie and actually get some goddamn money back. Don't it make sense? Don't it make sense? You spend $150 million on the movie, and if you make $400-500 million at the box office, hell, that's a success to me. Make the damn movie. Make the movie. Now, what's interesting is now this is a little tea. Now, I don't know what the fuck going on over there. Matt Thomason, the writer of the Batman, he's been writing an Aegon the Conqueror script for like 2 years now. So I'm a little confused. I'm a little confused on why there's another writer writing Aegon the Conqueror. Why you got two people writing two different stories? This is a little weird. Unless one of the writers is writing a TV show and maybe the other writer is writing a movie, and maybe once they get both scripts they'll decide, should we do this a movie, should we do this a TV show? I don't know. I just think a movie makes sense. I think it's just too common sense to make a movie where you can get money back from the box office. But if I was Matt Thomason, the guy who started writing Aegon the Conqueror 2 years ago, bitch, I feel some type of way y'all done brought in a new writer. I'd be calling them like, do I still have a job? Like, why y'all brought somebody else in? They probably said, sir, you over there working on the Batman with Matt Reeves. You taking too long. We want somebody now. We're ready to do this now. Oh. Sheem says, I do not understand Game of Thrones. Sheem, let me tell you. I did not understand it either. But when I got in, I'm in. I thought it was something I would never watch. I'm like, I'm not going to watch a show about dragons and knights and battles. I'm not going to watch it. Child, they just as messy as us. They messy. They be having like family drama. That's why I be watching it. People be sleeping with each other. People be killing the brothers. Somebody be killing the dad. It's like, it's messy. That's why I watch it. I don't even watch it for like the dragons, really. I watch it because it's just a messy ass show. It's so messy. She said, I don't care when they do it, but I do need to see them dragons on the silver screen. Yes. Lawrence says, we make movies with dragons and incest bigger and better on the screen. Nicole Kidman. Johnny Rastafari says Henry Cavill as Aegon and Sydney Sweeney and Sabrina Carpenter as his sister wives. No. I don't want to see Henry Cavill as Aegon the Conqueror. Stamina says London calling. Happy weekend, people. Stamina, what's up? So yeah, man, I want to see. The magician said he just cannot stick with it. You should try it. The magician says, I fell off House of the Dragon as soon as they switched the cast. That's not normally an issue for me, but for some reason it threw me. I agree. I agree, the magician. When they brought in the aged up Rhaenyra and the aged up Alicent, it was like, okay, what? They did it wrong. What they should have done, they should have introduced us to the older Rhaenyra first. Like the first episode, a quarter of the first episode probably should have been older Rhaenyra telling the story. Then we go to younger, because it was a culture shock once we got the older Rhaenyra. She was so different from younger Rhaenyra. It was so different. So I can see how it's jarring and it threw people off. But I'm invested, so I'm like, I'm gonna stick through it. I'm gonna stick beside them. I'm gonna stick beside them. I just said I'm staying. Stamina said, I'd like a big screen Dragons experience as well as the visuals, the sounds. Lord have mercy. House of the Dragon season 2, when Rhaenyra calls Vermithor to her in the cave. Some of the craziest sound I ever seen. Yeah, that was sounded dope in big, deep Dolby sound. Yes. Yes, 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 yes. Yeah, that switch was jarring, y'all. A lot of people are saying the switch was jarring. It was. Because older Rhaenyra is so different from younger Rhaenyra. Millie Alcock, like, she did a good job. And then you get to older Rhaenyra and it's just like, sis, where your fire at? Like, why you so mellow? Like, what happened? But child, she probably had all them babies and was like, What I will say is the actress playing older Alicent, I think she's the better actress between her and older Rhaenyra. I think she is acting circles around older Rhaenyra. That actress, oh, what's her name? Playing Alicent Targaryen actress. Olivia Cook. Olivia Cook is doing a damn good job as Alicent. She is killing it. Like, she is acting her tail off. She's doing a great job. Great job. All right, let's go over to DC. Wait, let's go back. Stamina said Olivia Cook over Emma Darcy. That's a take. I think Olivia Cook is acting circles around Emma Darcy. And it could be the writing. Maybe they're writing older Rhaenyra in such a way that's just kind of like, ugh. But yeah, Olivia Cook is killing it to me. Danny Man said, y'all just like Millie Alcock. That child said, I came to run this bag up for a few seconds, then I'm out. I mean, us liking Millie Alcock is the point, right? Because she's the star of the show. Like, the show is about her. So if she's our introduction, then we're going to naturally be drawn to her. But I mean, I liked a lot of the actors. I liked the actor who played Viserys. The actor playing Daemon is dope. I liked all the goddamn Valerians. When I saw some blacks on the screen, I went over to Team Valerian. I was like, I don't care about nobody else. I'm riding with Team Valerian. So I actually like the whole cast. Tyrone says, off topic, but Jamie Lawson should be Storm in the MCU after what she said at the BAFTAs. I'm wanting the casting. Yeah, man. Jodie Turner Smith or Jamie Lawson, top 2 picks for Storm for me. For sure. For sure. All right. Let's bounce over to DC. All right, so we got a new Christopher Dent casting rumor floating around, and this one comes from The Scooper, Giant Freaking Robot. According to them, Daniel Craig has reportedly been offered the role of Christopher Dent, Harvey Dent's father in the Batman Part 2. Now, what's interesting about this is they also offered this role to Brad Pitt, and Brad Pitt said no. Brad Pitt ain't want to do it. But with Daniel Craig, like, he has this whole intense, intimidating presence that would fit kind of in Matt Reeves' darker Gotham. But it sounds like Craig ended up passing on the role. The rumor says that if Daniel Craig, of course, passes, then their next choice is going to be Liam Neeson, which is kind of funny when you think about it. Could Liam Neeson be Bucky's daddy? Do we see it? Do we see the resemblance? I mean, I guess this is what actors do. This is what I could see Liam doing it. I wonder why they're trying to get so many A-list or B-list actors to be Christopher Dent. Like, this role must be really important that you would try to get Brad Pitt to do it. But everybody's saying hell no. Everybody's saying they don't want to do it. But yeah, Christopher Dent sounds like he's going to be an important character in the sequel, especially since we know Harvey Dent is entering the story. And if they're casting heavy hitters, looking at people like Liam Neeson and Daniel Craig, I mean, I'm just so curious. That means the Dent's family storyline is probably going to have a lot of weight, more than people expect. It's, I don't know. So yeah, I'm curious to see who actually lands it, because man, whoever is Christopher Dent, hey, I'm with it. I'm down with it. I'll take it. I will take it. I just wonder why they're trying to get so many heavy hitters for this role. It's just crazy. Brad Pitt, you started at the top. You started with Brad Pitt. How do we get there? They skipped over everybody else and went right to Brad Pitt. That's crazy. All right, what we got next? Oh, I think we got to talk about James Gunn next. Hold on. She said Daniel Craig said F you to DC twice now. Yeah, Daniel Craig like, I really don't want to do this shit. All right, next up. All right, so there's been a lot of chatter this week because John Campea, a YouTuber, floated the idea that James Gunn might actually walk away from DC if the rumored Paramount purchase of Warner Brothers goes through. Now, we are going to keep this in the allegedly category.
Allegedly. The lawyer lady up there in the booth is telling me to say allegedly.
All right, this is coming from John Campea. So the conversation online has mostly been about politics. Some people believe the Paramount leadership leans more so MAGA, while others point out Gunn has never really aligned with that side publicly. So people are thinking, specifically John Campea thinks that James Gunn might walk because he just doesn't agree with these people who support Donald Trump. But honestly, I'm not really buying that theory. To me, James Gunn feels like a company guy. The man waited years for the chance to run a universe, and now he finally has the keys to the DC. As long as these studios let him actually build his DCU out and tell the stories he wants to tell, I don't see him walking away from that opportunity. At the end of the day, Hollywood executives care about results and they care about money.
Get paid, young hitter, get paid.
They care about money more than anything else. More than anything else. If James Gunn starts delivering hits like Superman 2 makes some money and the DC slate starts working, the studio, they gonna let that man do what he do. They're gonna leave him alone. Studios change ownership all the time in Hollywood, and most of the time the creative leadership stays the same on successful projects. So, and honestly, I mean, we've seen Gunn deal with studio politics before. Remember, he got fired from Marvel, then he got rehired and still managed to finish the Guardians of the Galaxy trilogy while also building out stuff over in the DC universe. So unless one of the executives actively start to try to interfere with his creative process, I just don't see him walking away. I mean, a lot of people say they just don't see him staying either, but I just as long as they don't come in and tell him like you can't do what you do, why would you leave? Where you gonna go? You might as well tough it out. Now he does have to get some wins on the board at the box office. Now they might have a meeting and say, "Hey man, these production budgets are high. You got to figure that out." But these people are in the business of making money. Even though the Ellisons may be MAGA, I don't even know if they MAGA. Maybe they are, maybe they are. I honestly think the Ellisons, they just play ball with whoever's in office. I think if there was a Democrat in office, they'd be playing ball with them. Now, I do think Junior Ellison, the son, I do believe he's a movie lover. I do believe that. Like, he's not a new kid on the block to the movie industry. He's been in the movie game for a minute. So I do think that he just wants to make movies. Does he have a political angle? Maybe, maybe not. I don't know, but I do think he is open to letting creators create because he is a lover of movies. So I think this is just a wait and see game. I think Gunn has a little ego on his shoulder. I think Gunn got a little ego on his shoulder and he wants to prove himself. So I can't just see him walking away due to political misalignments unless it starts to infringe on his creative process. Then he could leave. But I don't see him just leaving because, hey, these people are MAGA. Because how it works, if this purchase goes through, they all gonna have a meeting, and they either gonna in that meeting say, Gunn, we finna let you rock out, or they gonna say, Gunn, it's gonna be some changes. But all in all, his contract is up next summer anyway, so he has time to kind of figure out which way he want to lean. So only God knows. We just got to see what happens. I don't know. Moving on. All right. So the first trailer for Lanterns dropped, and it's getting mixed reactions, y'all. It's getting mixed reactions. I'm not going to play the trailer here because HBO will hit me with a copyright strike, so y'all got to kind of watch it on your own. But we have found out that this show is coming to HBO in August of this year. It's going to be 8 episodes. And the Green Lantern fans are kind of unhappy because in the trailer, we see them doing a lot of superhero stuff. And people are mad because they said Hal Jordan's suit they said Hal Jordan's suit is dull and raggedy. They said Hal Jordan's suit, they don't see no bright green popping out of it. People are saying it looks kind of dull and there's not a lot of bright colors. But if you're a real Lanterns fan, they told us a long time ago that this show was going to be grounded, true detective style, but they also going to go cosmic. They going to go cosmic. I think Sinestro is in this, but I don't understand why people are upset with the trailer because they told y'all last year what this show was going to be. It's going to be about detectives. They told y'all. They told y'all. They told y'all. I made a joke on Twitter. I said comic book fans are realizing that they're not making comic book movies or shows solely for comic book fans, and they're not. They never have. When they're sitting in these meetings, they don't care about comic book readers. They want to get the general audience bought into this stuff because that's how they make money. They're trying to make these shows and movies have mass appeal. And it seems like this Lantern show, they're filming it in a way where they want to get some of that same praise that the Penguin got. So this is why we're getting a show that the average person in middle America can watch. And when it starts getting cosmic a little later on, maybe it won't turn them off because now they've gotten invested into the characters. So you got these two people right here investigating a crime in MAGA town. It looks good in country. Woo. I don't see none of the blacks in the trailer in this little town that they in. None of the blacks. And Hal Jordan is trying to mentor Aaron Pierre's character. And Aaron Pierre's character is like, I'm better than you. I'm a better Green Lantern than you. I'm bigger. I'm faster. I'm stronger. Aaron Pierre is just weighing him out. Aaron Pierre is like, I'm bigger. I'm better. I got green eyes. I look good. I'm built and you just trash.
The Green Lantern's oath is to protect people. We both know I do a better job of this than you.
Cooking him. I'm better than you. I was like, damn. Why you cooking the man through the whole trailer telling him you better? And Hal Jordan is just like, okay, young man, but we finna get ready go into MAGA town. So I suggest you listen to what I got to say. I know I look old and run down, but let me go in here and deal with MAGA town because
you do not want to get in trouble out here. This is Trump, everything, and the sheriff lives next door.
He trying to tell Jon Stewart, and Aaron Pierre character is like, I don't give a damn. Don't give a damn. Now, I am super excited for Aaron Pierre to take on this role, but I gotta admit, y'all, I wasn't super impressed based off of this trailer. I think they're making him kind of wooden, stiff. Like, hopefully he loosens up as the show goes on. I know he's a military man, but give him something to work with. Now, give him something to work with. Showrunner Chris Mundy said this version of Jon Stewart isn't just like the tough military guy that people sometimes reduce him to. Yes, of course, he's a former Marine sniper, so he brings discipline, focus, and the tactical mindset to be a Lantern. And when you're trained like that, you know, you're going to move with precision. If y'all know like people in the military who really care about their job and being former military members, they have some of these same characteristics. But they got to brighten them up a little bit. They got to brighten them up. Now, the showrunner also said the other side of Jon Stewart is this man is also, he's an architect. So that creative background of him being an architect is supposed to play like a major role in how he uses his ring. So it says when Jon creates like his constructs, they're going to look something like a sculpt. Like it's going to look like sculptures or paintings. They're going to be very detailed and structured and intentional. So I'm excited about that. I am super excited to see more of Jon Stewart's character. I'm here for Aaron Pierre. I want him to win. I did a video last year going over the other actors who are going to be like players in his family. Here's the clip here. Hold on. So y'all can see who else is going to be his family members. Aaron Pierre is going to be Jon Stewart. Nicole Aubrey Parker is going to be his mother. Sherman Augustus will be the older version of his father. And then we have Jay Alphonse as the younger version of his dad, Jon Stewart Sr. So yeah, that's his family, man. I'm excited to see, what his background is going to be. I'm excited, y'all. I am super excited that Jay Alphonse, we talked about him earlier in the show about him getting more opportunities. So I'm glad he's going to be in this show. He's going to be playing the younger version of Jon Stewart's father. Jay Alphonse became famous from P Valley. I don't know if y'all watch P Valley, but the man can act. He's a talent. He's a talented man. Hopefully he can shine in this role. But yeah, man, this is Jon Stewart's family right here. So are y'all excited for the Lantern show? I'm going to give it a shot. I didn't read the comics, so I don't know much about it. I was too old when the Lanterns cartoon was out, so I'm not that invested in what should or what shouldn't be. I'm just one of those people where if it's a good product, I'll be there. I'll watch it. I don't know enough about the source material to say what they're getting right and what they're getting wrong. You just make a good product and I'll be there. I'm going to check it out. I will be there. Let's check the comments. All right. Let's see. Dwayne said add some lantern color to it. Xavier says, I agree. Their real target is getting the general audience engaged in the content. They assume the comic book fans will watch it anyway. Yeah. Stamina says people need to shut up. Bright green and sleepy Nebraska would be goofy. This is a murder mystery, not cosmic jappery. HBO make the best TV and I trust them more than dang near everyone else. Now that's true. HBO makes some of the best content and this is going to get cosmic too. This is going to get cosmic. It's going to get there. I had a homeboy who worked on the show. It's going to get there. It's going to get there. It's just not starting there. And for all we know, this murder mystery they're investigating has to do with aliens. So we just got to give it a chance and see, but it's not going to always be grounded. They going to get there. I don't know if it's the last episode. I don't know if it's the second to last, but it's going to get there. She said it's a trailer. Why would they show the real true suit in the trailer? Yeah, that's true. Stamina said man's lineage is undiluted butterscotch. Hey, nah. Xavier says I'm more into Marvel than DC, so I'm down to give it a chance. Yeah, me too. I'm a Marvel fan. Jabari Muhammad said it's a trailer. Too much judging on a 1 minute trailer with 8 episodes. That's right. Yeah, people are not happy. People are not happy. Lauren said I'm gonna give it 2 episodes. No, Lauren, don't. Lawrence, now give it more than 2 episodes. We gotta give it more than 2. If it's good, I'm there. If it start getting a little bit too like y'all, I tried with Peacemaker. I tried. I think I tried to watch a couple episodes, but I just couldn't do it. So I'm kind of like you, Lawrence. If it don't start picking up, I'm gonna jump off. But this show, I think I'm gonna stick with it. And it's just because I want to support Aaron Pierre and all the other actors who gonna be playing his family members. I just want to support Aaron Pierre and all of his family members because y'all know me.
I'm rooting for everybody black. I am. Betting on black tonight.
Lovely.
So I'm gonna be there. I'm gonna watch it. Next up. Let's talk about some Daredevil news. So the showrunner of Daredevil came out and spoke and said he has mixed feelings about the current storyline going on in Daredevil. So if y'all don't know, because a lot of people did not watch season 2 of did not watch the first season of Daredevil Born Again. I watched it, but if y'all don't know, right now in the Daredevil story, Kingpin is the current mayor, and he's all about cleaning up the streets of New York by getting rid of vigilantes. All right, that could be someone like Spider-Man, Daredevil, Punisher, White Tiger, anybody who's a vigilante. Kingpin wants them gone. However, Kingpin also has his own illegal activities going on, and he's a mayor. He's in a political position, and Kingpin has established this group of police officers that kind of live outside of the lines and the rules of what a police officer should do. But he got this group of police officers that he wants to get out and do the dirty work. Because he feel like some of the police officers, y'all want to play by the rules. Y'all don't want to do what I tell y'all. I want to get a group of police officers who do what I say without asking me any questions, without worrying about people's rights. I need that group. How this all comes together is some people feel like this is a current representation of the current political climate. Kingpin has his reckless group of police officers doing what he wants them to do. Some people say this is kind of reminiscent of ICE. Kingpin also has a very questionable character, being in a leadership position. Like, people kind of question like his morals and his ethics. Some people say that about Trump. Okay, so right now, some of the things going on in Daredevil kind of aligns with the current political climate and Donald Trump. So it seems like the showrunner wants to moonwalk out of this story now, okay? Which I think is cowardness. Don't be no coward. Don't be no coward. This is how you wrote it. Don't start to moonwalk out of it now. If you're telling a story that happens to line up with what Donald Trump has going on in America, finish the story. Don't get cold feet and don't try to do this weird pivot. What you running now? Maybe Disney believes this is why Daredevil isn't successful. Maybe they feel like, since y'all are making a story that is very similar to what's going on with Donald Trump, maybe that's why Daredevil isn't successful. So now we need to change it. Daredevil is one of the only streaming shows that Marvel has created that's never charted on Nielsen. Ironheart charted, Wonder Man charted, She-Hulk charted, Miss Marvel charted. Daredevil can't get on the charts. Ain't nobody watching it. I don't think changing the story will attract more viewers. The real answer is, and this is the real answer, Daredevil should have never been a TV show. That's the answer. That's the true answer. I think Daredevil was so successful on Netflix because it was on Netflix. You know, sometimes you just watch stuff on Netflix because it's there. I think that's what happened with Daredevil. It got rave reviews because it was on Netflix where people could just watch it conveniently. But when Daredevil was announced to be coming back, I don't think people left their Netflix subscription to watch Daredevil on Disney Plus. I think those same people who was watching Daredevil on Netflix, they was like, oh damn, Daredevil ain't on Netflix no more. Let me find something else to watch. And Disney thought that the people was going to watch it on Disney Plus, and they just didn't. I personally don't think the new version of Daredevil is as bad as people make it seem. Marvel gave people what they wanted. People was crying 2-3 years ago, crying, where are the straight white men who love women and superheroes, and y'all are getting rid, y'all are adding the diversity, and there's black people and there's women, and we need to get back to the old school. They gave y'all the old school. They gave y'all Matt Murdock, a white man with a white woman fighting a white man, and y'all still ain't watching. So I don't know. So season 2 and season 3 of Daredevil is finishing up Kingpin's mayor storyline. And after that, the showrunner said, we finna get back to just regular Daredevil stuff because this stuff is too close to what's going on in politics right now. And we think it's scaring people. That's what I got from it. I don't know. I don't know. Stamina said between Mayor Fisk and President Homelander, we're getting some parallels here. Yeah. I just this is the story. Finish your story. Don't start running away from your story. Why are you running away? That's crazy. In other Daredevil news or Defender news, Finn Jones will return as Danny Rand Iron Fist in season 2, possibly. The season 2 of Daredevil is rumored. Well, I don't even want to say it's a rumor. We know it's a fact now that the trailer is out, but it's Jessica Jones is going to be in this. There's rumors that Luke Cage might be in season 2 of Daredevil, and now there's rumors that Iron Fist may be showing up. So sounds like the Defenders are slowly but surely making it to the MCU. So for all y'all who want the Defenders back, seems like they're filling out this roster for y'all. Stamina said recast Iron Fist. Oh, Jesus. Recast Iron Fist. Damn. All right, y'all. Avengers Doomsday rumors. Stamina. We finna hit spoiler territory.
Spoiler alert. You don't want spoilers. Better leave. Spoiler alert.
Damn it. Spoiler alert. I made that specifically for you, Stamina. I made it specifically for you. A spoiler alert just for Stamina.
Spoiler alert, spoiler alert. You don't want spoilers. Better leave. Spoiler alert, spoiler alert, spoiler alert. You don't want spoilers. Better leave.
Better get your ass home. All right, so according to My Time to Shine, we may be getting a scene where Victor Von Doom is in a lab with his family and the experiment just goes completely left. That is what My Time to Shine said. Okay, that's what My Time to Shine said. We may be getting a scene of Victor Von Doom working out in a lab. All right. Let me get this together because all of this doomsday stuff is so crazy.
Life left me broke and feeling broke.
That's how Dr. Doom is. Boy, they say he about to blow himself up. All right. So the rumor is Steve goes back in time, lives a life with Peggy, causes an incursion. Sounds like Dr. Doom and his family may survive the incursion, but now Dr. Doom is obsessed with preventing future incursions from happening. So he's in a lab and he's trying to figure out the problem and the solution, and he causes an explosion which kills his family. Just blow up his whole goddamn family. He just blow every goddamn thing up. He kill his wife, kill his son, daughter, and he's left completely disfigured. And that's why he has to wear the mask and the suit, because he done blew his damn self up. So this feeds back into the old rumor that came from Film Threat that said the suit, like I said, the suit and the mask is what holds his body together. He's so completely disfigured from this explosion that this suit is what keeps him together, because whatever he did in that goddamn experiment place, he blew himself up and left himself broke and broken.
Life left me broke and feeling broken. Life left me broke, feeling broken.
Toe up. He toe the hell up. So the idea that Steve living in because this is what they said a couple months ago. They said when Steve goes back in time, he causes an incursion that kills Dr. Doom's family. That story done changed. Now the story done changed. Now they saying Steve living in a universe that he doesn't belong in triggers an incursion, right? But that incursion doesn't necessarily kill Dr. Doom's family. What kills Dr. Doom's family is him being obsessed with stopping future incursions. So he's in the lab experimenting and he blows him damn self up. So that's why Dr. Doom is blaming Steve, because they said Dr. Doom is going to be like, oh, so you was the one who caused the incursion. You was the one that I was obsessing about fixing incursions in the future. It was you. It was you. That's so stupid. How you going to blame Steve for you going in that office and mixing them chemicals together and you done blew your whole goddamn family up? That ain't Steve. Steve ain't tell you go do that. Don't blame. Now, y'all, all this year I've been blaming Steve, saying it's Steve's fault. When we find out now that Dr. Doom, you blew your own family up. This angle is crazy. So Doom has a personal vendetta that's not like, hey, not only do I want to rule the world, but he's also fueled by grief and ego, and you want to find somebody to blame because you blew your family up. Sir, hello? This ain't Steve's fault. This ain't Steve's fault. It kind of is Steve's fault if he did cause the incursion, but if y'all survived the incursion and you went in your lab and started tinkering and messing around with shit and you blew your family up, that's on you now. That ain't on Steve. Y'all done made me switch back to Steve's side. Doom, this is on you, bro. This is on you. How you mad that you blew up your own goddamn lab? He shouldn't have been in there mixing and matching and doing all that wizard work in there using sling rings and shit. If you ain't know what you was doing, you shouldn't have been in there playing around in that lab. Don't blame that on Steve. Oh, don't blame it on Steve. Oh, y'all done took me back to Steve Rogers' side. I was so against Steve Rogers up until this new rumor came out that we find out that Doom blew his old goddamn family up. Sir, that is on you. That ain't on Steve. That is not on Steve. All right, more Dr. Doom news.
Dr. Doom. Dr. Doom, Dr. Doom. I am Doom, you are Doom.
All right, now this next rumor, they said when Dr. Doom pulls up in Doomsday, he don't just take over and wipe out the TVA. Not only does he come in and beat everybody up and take over the TVA, they said Wumi gonna die, everybody gonna die. He also dismantles the system that's been holding the multiverse together, which is Loki. So not only that, they say once he like beat up Loki, beat him up, boop, 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 boom, that he's left holding one timeline. And that one timeline is going to be where all the other realities kind of fracture into, and that's going to be the creation of Battle Royale. Now, that right there is an interesting way to set up Secret Wars, because if Doom is the one deciding what timeline survives, that basically makes him God Emperor Doom. Yeah, that does. He ain't just the villain anymore. He's running the whole existence if he has control over one timeline. So it sounds like, if y'all remember in Loki is holding all these timelines together. When Doom comes in, pop, 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 beats him up, all the timelines start falling and crashing. Doom is going to take them all and mash them together, and he's going to be holding one timeline, and that's how you get Battle World. That could be where you start getting all these variants. That is where you could see that concept art of a Black Panther. We don't know who that Black Panther is. So they said not only after he beat Loki ass, he gonna beat everybody else up. He gonna kill everybody. He gonna just start killing people. But then after he kill them, they said he resurrects them. He just rises them all up from the dead. Don't nobody have no memory, and everybody just walking around living life on Battle World. That's kind of freaking weird. That's kind of weird. Is that called necromancy? What is necromancy? Yeah. That's a form of necromancy. How you gonna kill everybody, then you bring everybody back and you want them to just start living life normally in your world. Kind of crazy. I'm not gonna lie, man. This is a little tricky because if you kill people and the deaths aren't permanent, like how do they make us feel stakes? Unless they're gonna make us feel these stakes by seeing these people rise from the dead, and I don't know, it starts to get a little weird. But we'll see, man. We'll see how it goes. We kind of saw this in Agatha with Wiccan. I think Wiccan did some little magical stuff where he killed some people and brought them back. I don't know, but if he does decide to start resurrecting people and he decides to take Sue Storm and Franklin as his, family, you can't do that, Doom. That's not your wife and kids. You can't just take another man, wife and kids. At least Wanda had enough sense to create some fake kids. But this guy right here is just going to take Reed, wife and kids, erase their memories, and they going to wake up, and now that's your family? Y'all, this is trafficking and kidnapping 101.
He a fan here. Freaky ass.
It's trafficking. How you take somebody else's wife and kids, and now they're your wife and kid? And they didn't consent to that. He's a bad boy.
Bad boy.
Yeah. Send his ass to jail.
Locked up, won't let me out.
Yeah. How you gonna take another man, wife, and kids? How you gonna do that? That ain't your wife and kids, sir. You can't just take this man, wife, and kid and y'all just play house. You can't just... This is gonna be so interesting how they try to pull all this off. This is crazy. Jabari Muhammad said, I'm sick of the doomsday news. Lawrence said, maybe Franklin will make T'Challa Jr. disappear. Mariah said, what did I miss? I just got here. Girl, we at the end. Oh, Jesus. Girl, we at the end, sister. We at the end, sister. She talking about what I missed. Yeah, she gonna have to go back. Oh, Lawrence just gave me a super chat, y'all.
Hey, shout out to the super chat. Shout out to the super chat. Hey, thanks for supporting. I like that.
Appreciate that, Lawrence, for the $5 super chat. Appreciate that, brother man. Xavier says the road to Secret Wars is the most interesting tidbit to me. I'm locked into the Battle World news. Me too. And it's because I'm nosy, y'all. I'm just so damn nosy. I want to know what's going on. She said, hey, yo, when they bring Kang back. Yeah. Jabari Muhammad said he needs to resurrect T'Challa. I don't see why not. You bringing every goddamn body else back. Why not? Everybody, if you can resurrect everybody, might as well wake T'Challa up too. Xavier says they need to close the door on the multiverse stuff in order to let us feel the stakes again. But hopefully we get the proper T'Challa back before they do that. Hey man, I feel like anything goes. I feel like the door is open to do anything. If you got somebody who could just make somebody rise from the dead, why not T'Challa? Why not? If we dealing with necromancy, Dr. Doom can just rise people up. Why not T'Challa? Why not Queen Ramonda? Yeah, bring everybody back. Hell. Who else done died? Black Widow? Bring her back too. Jay, don't come in here. Jay. See Jay in here saying crazy stuff. Now, usually, where's this meme at? I was saving this for S Jadix, and now I gotta give you the meme that I was saving for S Jadix.
Find out who that is, get them banned. We don't do that. I ain't the one, baby. I take no disrespect. Find out who that is.
Because Jay the informant talking about, I heard Melvin Gregg is waiting for that call to be T'Challa. No, get him banned. Get him up out of here. What that lady said, I take no disrespect. Get Jay up out of here. Dwayne said Kang and Doomsday official. If so, make the battle epic iconic. Yeah, bring Kang back. Bring T'Challa back. Lauren says Angela should play Storm for Doomsday as a variant. I want to see Angela be a Dora Milaje. Y'all know she was a fighting Dora in What If. But that would be dope to see her as a Storm variant too. Let's do it all. Do it all. Do everything. Throw everything at the wall. Figure out how to make all this shit stick. It's crazy. Jay laughing. Get him banned. Now, I was saving that meme for S. Jaddix because he be the one saying the crazy stuff. Now we got to get Jay banned. That lady said, get him banned. I take no disrespect. Oh, crazy times. All right, y'all. We at the 2-hour mark. Think I'm going to wrap this thing down. Y'all got any other questions? Lawrence, thanks for sending me the super chat. Everybody else, Jay, the Magician, Dwayne, Xavier, Jabari, Old Dog. Who am I missing? Stamina be leaving at the rumors. Everybody for supporting me. We're going to be back here next Friday, 7 p.m. Oh, we got a super chat from Old Dog. Oh, now I gotta I gotta give Old Dog one. Hold on.
Shout out to the super chat. Shout out to the super chat. I like that. Shout out to the super chat. Shout out to the super chat. Thanks for supporting. I like that. Shout out to the super.
All right, we got a super chat from Old Dog. Says W Stream, you've been having me rolling since I got here. Old Dog, you got to get at the big inning 7:00 every Friday. Get here early. I'm trying to be on time and not keep y'all for long. Appreciate the super chats, fellas. Appreciate y'all for sure. I think that's all I got for tonight. So I'm going to see y'all next Friday, 7 p.m. Thanks for everybody hanging out.
Man, I love being black. I love y'all.